This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. For many years, Rolex has represented luxury and status. Their exquisitely crafted watches have been worn by celebrities, industry leaders, and watch lovers alike. However, in 2024, obtaining a Rolex has become more challenging, with certain models turning into almost legendary items in the watch collecting community. One major reason behind the scarcity of certain Rolex models is the strategy of controlled scarcity. Rolex intentionally restricts production to preserve an air of exclusivity and enhance its brand value. This approach drives demand, leading to a situation where demand significantly exceeds supply. Additionally, the growth of social media has sparked a worldwide fascination with luxury watches, especially Rolex. Influencers showcasing their prized watches have fueled a surge of interest among a new wave of collectors. This increase in demand, combined with limited production, has led to an environment of extreme scarcity. Need help getting your the Rolex of which you have been dreaming? You are not the only one. In today's video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will explore the world of Rolex and uncover the models that are nearly impossible to find at authorized dealers in 2024. We will discuss the most sought-after models and the challenges of waitlists, and share some expert advice on maneuvering through the current Rolex market. So, if you are aiming for a particular Rolex and facing obstacles, this video is just what you need. If you have not subscribed to our channel, we recommend doing so to keep up with our future video releases. Let us start with the iconic GMT Sprite, the left-hand drive model that Rolex recently released. We have both the Jubilee and the Oyster variations in the market. If you are hoping to acquire this watch, you need a strong purchase history and a solid relationship with your authorized dealer. Otherwise, you will not be able to get either of these versions. Some watch buyers opt for the Oyster over the Jubilee, even if they prefer the latter because they believe their chances of obtaining it within the GMT range are slightly better. If you do manage to secure this watch, you have done exceptionally well. However, it requires persistent spending, constant emails, and regular communication, to the point of almost begging the dealer to get one of these watches. Despite your efforts, there is still a high chance you will not be able to get one. The gray market retail price for this watch is around $17,000 to $18,000, while Rolex's retail price is just under $10,000 or around $10,000 for the Jubilee model. If you simply walk into your authorized dealer and ask for a GMT Sprite, they will likely turn down your request. We have another model from the GMT range to show you, which is the GMT Master Pepsi. When people request the Pepsi from their local Rolex dealer, they are often told it's easier to obtain a Panda Daytona, which is an almost impossible task, than grabbing a Pepsi in 2024. The GMT Master Pepsi is the stunning blue and red watch on a Jubilee bracelet, which is the most desired version. For those of you aiming for this watch, this timepiece is nearly impossible to obtain in 2024. While a rare few might succeed, 99.9% of you hoping to get this watch will not be able to, and that is just the harsh reality. Issues with production and the new rare release of the red color have made this watch hard to find. Another model worth mentioning is the stainless steel Skydweller, with a retail price of just under $14,000. There are two dial variants available, the blue that we consider the best in this range, and mint green. It is a larger watch that appeals to those who want a beefier option compared to the traditional Datejust with a fluted Jubilee. This Skydweller combines the professional sports watches with a more dressed-up style. For those seeking a larger watch, the blue dial is the way to go. The mint green dial carries a premium and is rare in the market, with prices reaching the mid-20s. We believe the pricing is too high, as it should be only 10 to 15% more than a blue dial, rather than a current 20 to 30%. Both the Oyster and Jubilee bracelets have seen a resurgence in popularity. If you are looking for this watch, we recommend going straight to the gray market first and finding a reputable dealer so you will not regret it. Now, let us shift our focus to the Rolex models that have become exceedingly difficult to obtain in 2024. Leading the pack is the Daytona. This legendary chronograph, especially the stainless steel variants with distinctive dial designs such as the Panda or Paul Newman, has been the desire of collectors for many years. Waitlists for these highly sought-after Daytonas can extend for years, essentially rendering them inaccessible to the average purchaser through authorized retailers. Now, let us move on to another watch in the Daytona range, where the oysterflex Daytona is no surprise as one of the most popular from the collection. The retail prices of the white gold and rose gold models have significantly increased this year, now reaching around $28,100. Again, a substantial spending history is required to acquire these watches. Here is what we have got to show you. The white gold model, also known as the Ghost. This is the discontinued version, which represents the ideal choice in this range. If you are seeking that stealthy appearance, that special feeling from your watch, the one that brings a smile to your face, this is the perfect pick. However, getting your first-hand this watch is highly unlikely. Remaining in the Daytona range, the watch that is impossible to get from your authorized dealer is the stainless steel Daytona. It is the most requested watch from any watch collector looking to purchase a Rolex, and it is no surprise because it is iconic and the watch everyone dreams of owning. The stainless steel Daytona is a stunning timepiece. Here is the latest reference, which we believe is the best in this range. We have got the white dial and the discontinued one here, with a beautiful white dial. It is the best of the older references. This is the new reference with an updated bezel insert, movement, and technology. It also features larger crown guards compared to the older model. This watch is considered the holy grail for many watch enthusiasts. It costs just over $13,000 retail, and there used to be a long waiting list for it. You can see the evolution of Rolex from this model to the current reference, which has always been highly coveted. For those hoping to acquire the watch, unless you are spending hundreds of thousands of pounds regularly and constantly maintaining connections with your authorized dealer, you will not be able to get this watch. Rolex needs to approve your purchase, verifying your spending history to see if you are eligible. Instead, go straight to the gray market to save time and potentially money. We understand some of you might question the pricing, especially for a rubber bracelet. But it is justified because this model represents the pinnacle in the Daytona range for the gold pieces. We have another watch to discuss with you, which is the John Mayer edition. Let us highlight the differences. While this version used to get attention in the past, it is less common now. People often wonder why anyone would spend so much on a rubber strap Daytona when they could have the weight and value of gold with a gold bracelet. However, preferences have shifted over time. The John Mayer watch is iconic, collectible, and not part of the current discussion, but it is certainly a prime example of the full gold Daytona being the best choice for enthusiasts. If you try to get it from your authorized dealer, you will not succeed. The current situation with some Rolex models poses a distinct challenge. Although the brand's approach of creating controlled scarcity has strengthened its reputation, it has also led to an exasperating experience for genuine collectors. As the demand for these luxury watches keeps growing, it is unclear how Rolex will handle this evolving market. What is clear, though, is that for the near future, obtaining certain Rolex models will remain a tough and time-sensitive task. In this environment where Rolex watches are hard to come by, it's important for prospective buyers to establish a good relationship with an authorized dealer. Showing authentic interest and having a history of collecting can enhance your odds of eventually obtaining a sought-after model. Moreover, some collectors suggest being open to buying other Rolex models while you wait for the specific watch you want. What are your thoughts on the topic we shared in this video? We would like to hear your thoughts and see your answers in the comments section. Remember to follow us too and give us a thumbs up. Once again, this is the Luxury World, and we look forward to seeing you again in our future videos.